Hi guys, this is a Scrapbuster sewing project. It's a crumb quilted vinyl pouch. So let's say you've got some projects to make. In here, all nicely organised, is my sewing pattern and my fabric and everything that I need in order to make my project. So let's see what we need in order to make this. In a previous video, I did this. This is crumb quilting. If you'd like to know how to do crumb quilting, I will link a video down below and it'll show you exactly how I made this section of crumb quilting. So this is going to be the back section of our vinyl pouch, and I'm going to have a piece of vinyl over the top of it, so you're going to see this lovely crumb quilting. You can have a piece of vinyl. I find it kind of challenging to cut vinyl to the exact size, so I'm going to keep it just slightly bigger so you can see how it overlaps all the edges here, and I'll cut it down later. Now I'll show you how to get the creases out of this vinyl. It is really simple. So the two pieces of fabric, the crumb quilting fabric and a backing fabric, are both going to measure at 14 inches by 14 inches. And then we're also going to have some quilting batting. Now that can be slightly bigger, it doesn't really matter. We will cut that down. I have some binding that we're going to be using for right at the end. If you want to know how to do quilt binding, I will link a video down below. You are going to need a zipper tape that is longer than 14 inches. Mine actually isn't, so I will be creating some zipper tape. And you're going to need 4 zipper tape sections, 1 inch by 2.5 inches. Then 2 pieces of fabric, 16 inches by 1.5, and there's going to be 2 of them. That's where we're going to place the zipper. So first of all, if you have creases like me on your vinyl, all you're going to do is get your ironing board out, or your pressing mat, and you are going to heat this up so it's nice and warm. And then basically what you do is press the vinyl down and it will straighten out. You may have to do this a few times. It gets nice and warm and it will take the creases out. So if you're wondering how to take creases out of vinyl, this is how you would go about it. So what we're going to do is create our quilt sandwich. So you're going to put the crumb quilt or whichever fabric you use, and you don't actually have to use a crumb quilt if you don't want. You can do any kind of fabric, and just make sure that the backing of the fabric is all there, which it is. And what we're going to do is free motion quilt on here just to adhere both this fabric, the batting and the backing together. I use the Baby Lot Soprano. I'm not paid or sponsored to say that. Let me know in the comment boxes down below. What machine do you use? What brand, what make do you use? I have dropped my feed dogs and I'm ready to get started with some free motion quilting. All I'm bothered about doing right now is just adhering the 2 sections of fabric. I'm not really going to go all out and doing a big design. I just want to basically just baste it. Now that is all basted into place, we can now cut this away, this excess batting. So we have basically just created a 14 by 14 inch placemat so far. So let's move on. So because my zipper isn't quite long enough, I am going to create tabs on the end. So I'm going to cut that part off that has the metal bit, and I'm also going to pull this back, and I'm going to cut off these sections here. Join up your zipper again, and you're going to put one of these tabs on one side, then you'll flip the zipper over and you'll put one of the tabs on the other side like so. Just clip it all into place, and I also like to just clip a couple of clips further down here. Now what we're going to do is sew across here. So this is what I've just done a nice 1/4 of an inch across, and then you're going to flip both of these sections back and then join them together so they don't move about on you. And you're going to top stitch this into place. So that is all done. We're going to do the same thing to the other side. So this is the zipper all done. I'm going to put that to one side a second. So I've decided to do my zipper 3 inches from the top. So I have cut 3 inches off the top of my vinyl. Find the centre of the vinyl by fold it in half and then just put a wonder clip right in the centre there. And then you're going to do the same thing with your zipper, because your zipper is going to be too long now because of the tabs. So, and then just get a wonder clip and just clip the centre of the tape. So you're going to take one of the clips out and you're going to scooch it up, and there is the centre of your vinyl. So I'm going to do the zipper tape. The zipper tape is face down with the longer side here, and then this will flip over. So make sure that you have your zipper exactly how mine is looking, and sew the zipper all the way down the vinyl pouch. And I would recommend just putting your zipper foot on for this because it'll be easier. So what you want to do is fold this tape back so it's lying flat. So you see how you've got this bit of vinyl here, so you're going to have to top stitch this down into place because it's going to want to flip up on you. So just make sure that the zipper tape is all flat down, and then you're going to top stitch. So I've top stitched all that into place, and let's work on the next bit of that vinyl. The next section of vinyl has to line up with the top section, so make sure that this bottom piece lines up flush here, and it also lines up flush there. And then what you're going to do is flip it, and then you're going to sew all along here. And now I have that zipper facing up. Now we're going to do the same again with our quilted vinyl pouch. We are going to open this out, and then we're going to make sure that the zipper is laying flat, because it may want to curve in and you don't want it to do that. I would also shut up the zipper there, and then you're just going to top stitch once again this down. It keeps it all into place and it'll stop the zipper from misbehaving. Let me know in the comment box down below, what kind of scrap busters do you like to do? So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to straighten this vinyl out here. I like the look of it. Sometimes it's just a nightmare to work with. Okay, so I'm just going to cut this down. You're going to take your crumb quilting section and you're going to get your zipper with your vinyl section, and you're going to put everything right sides up. So your zipper will be facing you, and you're going to sew all the way around your vinyl, attaching it into place. You may want to grip it with wonder clips. This isn't going to be flipped right sides out, so you don't need to worry about the zipper being open. We're going to sew it all the way around. Now you're going to go around your project bag and you're going to trim away all of the excess. You've got to clip right close to these stitches. Now it's not finished just yet. In order to finish off our Scrap Buster sewing project crumb quilted vinyl pouch, we are going to bind it all the way around, and we're going to stitch with the machine from the top, from the front, and then we're going to hand stitch on the back. So you're going to clip all your binding all the way around. If you don't know how to do quilt binding, I have a video that I will link down below in that description box. So you end up with something like this, which is great. So now, like, let's say you're making a bag project. So, and you don't want to make it today, maybe you want to make it tomorrow. You can put in your pattern. So that's all handy. And then let's say you want your zippers and your fabric. And then you can zip that all up. And then you have everything that you need in order to make your next pattern. So I hope you've enjoyed this Scrap Buster sewing project crumb quilted vinyl pouch. I will see you in the next video.